A draft reset and a series that continues to promise to deliver the best Age of Empires 4 you're going to see this year. One and all, welcome to the first ever edition of the Midweek Muster, hosted by yours truly. We're into Game 5 of our first ever finals. Louis MT on the Malians for Socotra, and his opponent is going to be Wham, the Canadian kid, on the Ayyubids in the blue. Ayyubid's a pick that people thought was going to be really good on Socotra, but when we started to see this in tournament play, it became kind of a second-tier pick, right? Like, think about it. Malians, English, Rus, Mongols also kind of felt in the same category of Ayyubids of not feeling as good. So Malians definitely feel like they have an edge here. I'm curious what Wham's approach is going to be, because Desert Raiders doesn't work very well against Javelins. Wham's probably going to try for some sort of fast castle-less build where he feigns aggression first, because that's at least one thing you can do against Malians. The comp they go for isn't fast. And another cool edge you have here, when you're playing Ayyubids, same with Malians actually, you don't have to worry about the boar. This is a very, very rare sight. We don't see this often, but this is a matchup where neither side can leverage what is usually the most controversial element of Age of Empires 4's Socotra. This little piggy here. Yeah, I've seen players complain about this, because unfortunately the problem is not all spawns are born equally. And I think the one thing that can maybe be criticized about Socotra, like truly from a balancing point, is this boar. I've seen games where it spawns as close as this to a player. That's an overwhelming advantage for one player. And you reach a point very quickly where that RNG can decide the outcome. So kind of cool to see a matchup where it doesn't become about the boar. Might be later when they start fighting though. You think he's going to do 2 dervishes? 2 dervishes is interesting, but a bit tricky against Malians unless they true fast castle. Because the problem against Malians is they're going to build a ranged hybrid army. The dervish strategy sucks against ranged hybrid armies, because you lose the dervishes. Same reason why you wouldn't build the double imam from Ottomans against English, right? You'd walk in, you'd immediately lose both of the imams, and at that point you've wasted visit points. Was it supposed to be an counter against English? You think Ayyubid's against English? I think possibly. That would make a lot of sense, right? Because then you go for the king's countered by Desert Raiders. So there is a fair point to be made that Louis kind of outdrafted Wham on this opener, because Louis MT had English, and I did mention English should be best here, but English does work as a backup pick on maps like Coastal Cliffs, and Louis also still has the Delhi for that map as well. So, well ID'd there, actually, Rolands. It's a fair point. Curious to see what Wham's way out is going to be, because it looks like he is going for the dervishes. I don't think this is going to be one of those aggro games with dervishes, though. We're probably going to see Wham just fast castle and play for the relics, and then it's on Louis to try and block that play. Curious, actually, is Louis going to play the Age? Rushing Age 3 on this map as Malians can feel a little bit funky and a little bit hard. If you can go Dervish on a small map like Socotra? No, because the problem is, like, your opponent's going to scout the wing anyway, but even if he doesn't, he's going to see you. Right? In theory, one of the good maps for doing Dervishes could be Gorge or something like High View. Because the whole idea is your opponent can't have enough units to spot you everywhere. It's the same conundrum people walked into up against H3 Fast Castle. And what was the solution there? It was 2TC civs, things like Roost that had these wooden palisades, because you don't want to have to build knights and spawn them everywhere. It was much more cost efficient to walk over and wall the relics. Don't think we're going to see that out of Louis, because I think he needs all his economy working at home. But because it's such a small map, he doesn't need to. Right? He only needs to build units in 2 locations, and that is wild. Louis is going for an aggressive dock, and he's doing it somewhere where Wham is unlikely to see him. This is very craftily done by Louis, and actually a lot of it intentional, right? I don't know if he saw the scout's rotation. I assume he waited until he went east side and then walked west. Understanding at this point in the game, on such a small map, you would have scouted everything, which means you don't have any value, right? Like, there's no sheep to be found. You're going to stick the scout next to the enemy's base, just like Louis done. That's crafty. And Wham, oh, he's aware. He's got an outpost on the way, so well played there. That's really important. Something didn't feel right to him, so this instinct paying off, because I don't think he actually scouted that in any meaningful way. What it might have been is because he wasn't seeing active gold gathering, he probably suspected that Louis MT was going to attack him, so he built into the outpost to protect against javelins. Either way, it's a really smart call by Wham. This guy genuinely might be a Jedi. He's sensing a disturbance in the Force. And he's going to be the force to be reckoned with here. Now, you could go Growth Wing. Growth Wing seems the most viable here. Advisors could kind of make sense as well to be very cost efficient with your military units. maybe Industry Wing? Industry Wing into 2TC could be a thing. And yeah, I think the Dervishes, that was really cool. He was trying to shove the deer in, right? Which is a very Wham-esque move. And that's a fair point, yeah. Scouts, so, well, think about it, because Scouts, they hit for, what is it, 2 damage? No, sorry, 3. It's 3, you get debuff down, so, wait. Yeah, because 2 hits, because it's 5 health. You get debuffed by 20%. Percentile-wise, I think it puts you on the very verge of killing in 2 still. That's pretty annoying, though. And wow, I'm now pulling the villagers. So we are going on a stone here. Is this free TC? Free TC is kind of crazy. Because I think this is Industry Wing. This is like ultimate greed. And against a Civ like Malians, it's quite intriguing. Because usually the way you counter Malians' own greed is you go 2 TC early. But this is kind of like a... This is like a 2/3 TC. Okay, no, it is Growth Wing. It's just about the arrow slits. Damn, I was really hoping we get to see Industry Wing. It's just still not good enough. Remember, they buffed Industry Wing, so now it gives wood and stone. So yeah, he sees the drop-off. Wait, was that enough? Did he misclick? I think Wham misclicked. Oh, no. Yeah, he misclicked. I think something happened there. So he queued them to drop off, but I think he accidentally clicked on a sheep or a wood afterwards. So a bit of a fumble there. He doesn't have the stone for the outpost. And I think Louis just realized it. He's like, wait, shouldn't you be countering me now? The arrows are going to get more value from the archer ship. Oh, this is wild. Can you imagine if this puts Louis on match point? Because I don't know if this is the bug. I've heard there's a bug with queuing multiple orders. But I'm not sure if this was that or just kind of like a misclick. Because some of his villagers did drop off. That's what convinces me this was just a misclick. That's crazy. Dock drop now coming in. Okay, so there we go. Arrow slits is going to be there. He does get the stone he needs in the end. And he will be able to do it with the dock as well. So we are going to get some water-themed action. In the meantime, Dervishes should be able to start picking up the relics soon. Growth Wing is going to complete in 30 seconds. Louis doesn't have enough pressure to fully deny it yet. He has an outpost up on the west side. Nothing on the east. Is he really outpost rushing him? I mean, it would appear so. We've got an outpost coming up on the primary tree line. Double stables is being prepped by Wham, but the timing should be off here. I think this outpost does go up. And what's up, Obi-Wan Dev? Thank you very much for the Prime sub. Remember, guys, you've got Prime subs. I appreciate you dropping them off. They're free for you, but they give me money, and that helps make tournaments like this possible. Also, you don't have to worry about ads. It's pretty good. Jav's now marching in, so 1 or 2 villagers could get scalped here. Dervish reveals it. He's got Camel Lance in the way. He might be able to intercept this. The Warlord's buying enough time. Well played there by Wham. So Outpost still has about, what, 25 seconds? He's got another Warlord coming. Oh my god, he can actually stop this. Just Warlord again. Louis, what are we doing here? The villager might just get converted. Doesn't quite do it, but check this, guys. The Camel Lancer is now coming. There is no spearman. No blocker. He needs to get in there and body block the choke point. Lancer's just going to walk in, though, looking for it. Villager is going to get killed. So no outpost up. No denial on the wood. Louis MT is in trouble. He's got Donzos coming. Wham, spamming the Lancers in the meantime. Louis needs this up because this blocks the counter to the Donzos. Remember, Wham needs to switch into archers next. It's all about the wood. These games are crazy, man. You know, I really was worried. I said in the early rounds, like, we're in a new patch. People are playing a little bit defensive, a little bit slow, but no defender, no slow play here. This is peak aggression. Who would have expected the Malian player to send it like this against a fast castle Ayyubids? I guess you kind of have to from this position. Don says, I'm going to start trying to burn through. Outpost is complete. He did pull an additional villager. And now arrow slits on the way. So we are close to the point where this eco line will get hit by the outpost. Behind this, no looking back. Louis doesn't have any ranches prepped. He could potentially go Castle Age, but you're playing mass spears right now. There's no real value in that you don't get anything from the Farimba. It's arrow slits, folks. You can't get the javelin slits unless you get the defensive landmark. So we have got explosive dows coming now. Ooh, just about pulled away. Well played there by Louis. Lancers are out for a stroll. They're going to find a villager. Yeah, min-maxing. He's like, I'm not pulling everyone for this. And wait, why do we have the... Wham? Oh no, he forgot to build an extra mosque. I think he just realized, like, wait, what are you doing out here? I mean, it's not bad for the healing, right? It buffs the AoE heal when you're carrying relics, so maybe there's some credence behind this, but you are also missing out on the passive gold income. Veterancy is coming from Wham, so it feels like he's got enough wood here to make this work. I'm going to find out quickly if that's the case, though. Louis, up to 17 Donzos now. Only feudal, mind you, but yeah, look at the damage they are now doing. The sad reality is Louis needs more. If he doesn't instantly kill one of these lancers, the dervishes can fix the damage. Still not a single ranch. We keep checking for it, waiting to see if there's going to be that moment. Lancers are now going to shuffle out. Villager! Gets in. Army needs to be fast, though, because that villager's in trouble. And we have got the relic here, so that's giving the AoE heal. Escape! Oh, this series. The things it's doing to my heart right now. Bagler's going to die by. Demo ship comes out to counter. Does get the sinker. So that's going to force Louis away on the Navy side. The Donzos are in position. They need to start diving and idling this wood line. Because Wham is officially getting into the archers. Louis never takes relics. That would be because Feudal Age stops you from taking relics. Could you imagine if there was a Civ that could do that? Oh my god. No. No, thank you. We're already seeing how toxic Delhi can be. That's just with sacred sites. It's at least something you can take back. Donzos are still up here, and in fairness, he does have enough javelin throws to kill villagers now, as there is no textiles, but not really finding the opportunities yet. I mean, we've had some eco kills, right? You can see it. They're actually pretty tight here. 3 worker kills on both sides. The growth wing definitely feeling a bit powered down. In fact, did Wham miss production? I'm trying to figure this out. There should be a bigger difference between them, right? Growth wing and castle is 7 villagers. He's only 4 ahead, and they've both killed 3. Louis. Oh, he is going castle. He's trying anyway. Lancers are hunting. They will see it. Big hit here. Donzo's in position. Will scare him away. Louis does end up losing another villager, but once again, the difference is only 4. Actually, it's 3 now. What? Yeah, something went awry here. I think there was villager production time missing. This at least now explains some of it. Textiles coming in, but it still doesn't add up here. And it's going to be a Farimba. I mean, it had to be, right? There's not a single ranch. What's the value, though? I guess the thought here from Louis is you can now play Javelinier or Freeborn. Freeborn would be curious. It would make it very difficult for Wham to target the right unit with Donzo plus Freeborn. And it also would be more cost-efficient than Javelins, but I think this is going to be Javelineers, guys, and this is the reason why. Javelineers will directly counter the archers from range, but also the poison damage is very effective against armored units. Tricky one, though, because Wham has been essentially let off the hook here. Okay, he hasn't. He built a mango. He's going to lose this game. People saying Wham has no food. That's factually not true. Because of what you've done, he now has access to the berries and the deer. He has a mango to clear up the tower as well. Like, he's not trapped. I do wonder why he's doing incendiary shots, because I'm pretty sure incendiary shots is less effective against small buildings than normal mango now. With the changes, especially. So yeah, a little bit perplexed by that. For the tech up, he feels confident he can now take this. He's legit just using this relic to heal. That's crazy. And let's get confirmation in with the Farimba. What are we getting? It's the Javelineers. It makes so much sense here, folks. Gives you that poison damage, also keeps you as a counter to archers, keeps you further away from the enemy front line. It's just a case of what's not to love. Other thing as well is Javelineers get upgraded movement speed now. So the cool thing about that is with 1.38, they can position better in these fights. Okay, so Lamb has got good food again. And remember, he went Growth Wing, so yeah, this is a lot of food. He has 2,700 food on that one berry patch. Remember, you get an extra 100 per berry patch by going for the extra, the Growth Wing option in Castle. Right, 50 in Feudal, 100 in Castle. So very considerable advantage there in terms of how he efficiently uses small chunks of the map. Louis can start adding in ranches, but I don't expect that. Good news for him, though, is he won't run out of food, right? Because once this food is all gone, he can just start producing cattle. For the time being, though, to remain efficient, it's all about getting the javelins. I do have a second mango here, so admittedly against the javelins will be decent. If Louis is on point with the micro, though, the damage isn't going to feel good. In fact, he may have overextended with this. Melee targets out the dervish. Death to healing. No Mother Teresa in this neighborhood. Interesting that we're getting Musafadi, though. I'm a little bit confused by that from Louis. I mean, there are Gulams. Surely Sofa would have been better. I mean, Sofa is going to cost you a lot of food, but... And I know you're up against Camel Lancers, but as an effective front line... I guess the problem here is... No, I'm going to stand by that. Against Gulams, it should feel quite good. Musafadi are the counter, don't get me wrong, but the archers... In some ways, you are kind of fighting into a harder comp compared to Sofa. I guess it just doesn't feel very sustainable without ranches. Other kind of cool thing by having this Dervish AoE heal, by the way, very impactful when you've got things like Gulams. Because these aren't units that are just going to get burst instantly, right? So they will get that trickle of health and it will matter. I believe it also still works on Mangonels, so you don't need to bring villagers. I'd have to confirm that, though. Where the hell is that? He's over here. Oh, he's not with the main army. But Louis, reluctant to fight still. We do have a demo creeping in. If only he could have got the time right there. Yeah, he's creeping for it. You cheeky git. You can see he wants to wait for them to go to this berry patch and then detonate. Won't get the opportunity, though. Yeah, it's a bit too far inland. So sinks the back there instead. We'll have a follow-up play. This is a really smart play if you get the timing right and you tack on land. However, you're about to be attacked on land as well. Wham! Moving up with a more static comp. Mangoes do take a while to arrive, but they are now there. Louis, can he make this worthwhile? Looking for trades. Can cut the reinforcements. It looks like Wham is actually going to book it back home. The tough part about this is Louis' army can disengage quicker. So he has to read the angle and intercept. Villager's in trouble, though. He's cutting him off. Javelin's diving in. They don't care about these archers at all, and they will easily snipe down even textile villages. It's that eco lead that Wham had built about to be lost, and all because he came home, so he needs a clear up. More villagers down. I don't know why he's trying to garrison them inside of a dock. A bit of panic there. Donzos do scare away these camels. The reinforcements have arrived. The big army is now here. Louis, does he try to engage, or does he try to just get out? He's going to run. Okay, so as long as he gets away with most of this army, it's pretty good for Louis because he's minimized the economy now. Big idle time there. Second wave coming for him. Gaps in Wham's production. His food gathering is absurdly bad at this stage. It's just a matter of not losing your troops, and this could be big. Could be big. Could be. Look over there. Okay, Mangonels! Woohoo! Season 9, what a unit. I don't know how he didn't take any damage from them there. He'll probably kill the hunting canoe at least. Oh my god, and now he's wasting his time there. He needs to get home with the rest of the army though. Louis still scaling more javelins. This is turning into a massed range battle, and Javelineers will win that. Oh my god. Remember, Ayyubids don't have the advantage Abbasids do in this age with archers. They don't have the better attack speed. Mamluk's bravery is in theory cool, but terrible in fights against javelins. They take too long to die. Even more so, these ones. Because remember, they have the kite potential. This is actually really scary. Usually javelins can kind of get gap closed between attacks because archers attack faster, save movement speed, right? But these javeliniers are faster. So despite their sucky attack speed, they can then use the extra movement speed to stay out of range. Yeah, kind of scary for Wham. The only upside, of course, he does have these Mangonels. The downside is he does have these Mangonels. And we've yet to see Mangos often look impactful. Lou, the timing on that, Wham wasn't looking. So Villager's shuffling across. He's going for a keep drop. This is kind of crazy, especially with Mangos here. This could backfire. Louis, what are we doing? Excuse me? What? What's going on? He didn't have the stone. Oh my god, wrong season. Villager's moving in with the Manjos. In trouble now. We'll be able to snipe out one of them. The Wallow's coming through, though. He needs to get out of here. Louis, what's going on? He has to delete some of the villagers. What just happened in this game, Louis? He panicked and all in. The villagers going after the Mangonels. Even if they get them, it's not worth. I can't believe this. Louis, I think he miscalculated the stone gathering. He thought he had it in time for a keep drop on the edge. And instead, now he finds himself on the edge of defeat in these finals. Wham will take the teeny tiny island. And what a way to do it. Louis looked like he was so close to winning this game, but never able to find that truly decisive moment. Forced on the defensive, but then no way back. It is going to be the Canadian on the edge of winning the first ever finals. The question now is, can he close it out? We'll find out in the next chapter.